If you'd like to sponsor Slow That Game, give us a call at 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. Hey now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Still Got Game, episode 509. Still Got Game's official podcast of tooltoplay.com. I am, as always, Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Chris Selden, 007 Selden.
I am Brian Shadow Emmerich.
And we're back. After a week off, we are here. We're representing the show. We're putting out relatively normal episodes. They're coming out in a regular cadence-ish. Better than the summertime. Yeah. Just
we're all
like
inside more.
That's like a precursor for what's to come. But
that might be
all the games are coming
episodes, right?
Yeah.
But we are back this week with a fresh episode, so enjoy and soak it in and love us and love the show. Why don't we just hop right in the show proper? We're still doing a host search, half-assedly, not really. Like, at this point, I think I've exhausted this first batch of applicants. Like, these guys are terrible. No offense if you were one of those guys.
I have one note. You have Selden's name on me and me on Selden.
Shit. Oh, look at this. Oh, I'm going to edit this in real time. Oh, no. What could go wrong? What could go wrong here?
She could flip us, and then we'll be back. I think somebody just realized it.
I'm the shadow.
There we go.
Oh.
And then let's go back.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, see, we can
see behind the
curtain. Behind the scenes. There we go.
Yeah.
Everyone's back. How did no one notice that in the pre-show?
Don't know.
Okay, but now we're here, and everyone's with their names. So, anyway, as I was saying, fuck the host search. There's no more of an applicant pool out there.
Wait. Here's a edit. Mark. Okay.
And Yant is the one that's pointing it out.
Oh, Yant!
Yes, Yant.
Hey, Yant, you could be right here.
Yes, yeah, he could have been somewhere up here with us, but he's not. But feel free next week, Yant. We'll definitely take you back. So, all right. Well, why don't we hop on over into the mailbag for feedback and questions from our last episode, and we'll start off with and remember, if you want to leave us a voicemail, we'll cut you off after a minute, but no one leaves voicemail, so I'm almost not going to say that anymore unless someone leaves a voicemail. Selden, even you could just leave one just so I have something where you're like, Selden, that can be Selden 007 asks, like old school. You're like, I forgot.
Maybe I'll do that.
Yes.
Maybe I'll tap a couple sources for a call to come in.
Yeah, I left a voicemail, I remember, like 10 years ago. Maybe?
Yeah, that's
that
really
was last
when
time.
People used to use phones.
Yeah. I don't call anybody, so don't feel bad.
Yeah.
I mean, now I'm on it, but even if I wasn't, I don't call anybody. So,
okay, fair enough. All right, first up, Diarrhea Tornado asks, "I'll be that guy. Isn't summer over? When will you be getting back to weekly episodes?"
No, summer is not over. Not until the 21st, 22nd.
Oh,
true.
23rd.
Saved on a technicality. Yeah. All right.
Fall solstice.
Yeah. Once we get to whatever date Selden said, it'll be weekly again. Definitely every week. Don't sweat it. Yeah.
The views of Derek D. Smooth Nolan do not represent the actual show beliefs.
We're doing our best, okay? Like, we have shit come up. So,
yeah.
And you get the show for free. Like, this is why I never understand this. Like, people are like, man, the free thing you do in your spare time for no money is not on time. And I'm like, okay, yeah, fuck off, whatever. So, but we do love you, Diarrhea Tornado, and
no,
we actually don't.
I mean, at least the name. I don't know.
Yeah, if you had a better name, we might take you more serious.
Yeah,
but thank you for writing.
I'm pretty sure that he got that name because that was not taken. That's probably not one of the first things that people are like,
Well, he had to put the underscore in there.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so maybe there was like a capital
one
Diarrhea,
word.
capital T Ornado,
Yeah.
and then he's like, fuck, Diarrhea Tornado's gone. I'll go lowercase with an underscore. Yep. All right. Yeah.
What if
So you-
what if it was actually Microsoft's algorithm that puts two random words together?
So he wasn't even the coolest diarrhea tornado, but yes. Yeah. Yeah, if Microsoft's algorithm does that, something's really broken. So. All right, next up, Coheave911 asks, I've been a huge fan of the after shows. I hear you guys talk about your outline occasionally. Do you also outline out what you plan to discuss in the after show? No.
No.
Not really, no.
Is that even a good sentence or question?
There's probably supposed to be a comma in there somewhere
Yeah.
to pause.
Like, do we have
But-
notes about what we're going to talk about afterwards? Sometimes we'll have like lists of movies we've been watching and we'll talk about those, but usually we just come up with them on the fly.
Yeah, on the fly. That otherwise, like if we put them down, then it's like the show, and it sounds organized and non-chaotic. Like that's the beauty of the after show. People are like, what? Oh, Ahsoka. Like because people forget what they watched, and then they bring it back in, and then we're fully engaged again. So
And that's
yeah.
why it takes us a half hour to remember everything.
So yeah, if we outline the after show, it'll only be 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
we won't do that. But there's another peek behind the curtain tonight. All right. Next up, the real Chelsea Handler comments. Funny episode last week. I laughed even more than normal. I'm pretty sure really isn't Chelsea Handler.
No, it's the real Chelsea Handler.
No,
real
I'm
Chelsea
pretty
Handler.
sure it's not. Like, I feel like that's
Hey,
not.
let's
not-
pretend. That's
Okay.
very nice.
All right, so Chelsea Handler's a huge fan of the show
Yeah.
for no good reason, and someone that's really funny laughed more than normal at our show.
I feel good about that.
Okay, I buy this. Yeah, okay, it checks
I
out.
think we should make that the episode title.
Doing like iTunes review. Chelsea Handler says she laughed more than normal.
All right, so
Well,
now
thanks, Chelsea.
we have at least one fake or real celebrity fan, most probably fake, but yes, because I'm pretty sure Chelsea Handler would just have Chelsea Handler if it was her, but not.
If you're the real
not
Chelsea Handler, could you please call 773-527-2901
Six
and
one,
leave us a voicemail?
and leave us a voicemail. Yes, yeah. All right, and last but certainly not least, Altius asks, have industry-facing video game conventions gone away entirely, despite what the ESA has said? Is there room for a new player to compete with E3 and be successful? The ESA thinks they're not dead.
Yeah, it's
Hopes, wishes,
E3 is dead.
dreams.
Industry facing video games, I think if
Derek,
you're
too.
going to see something like that, it's going to be tied into something else. It's going to be a separate wing of a different show. I
Of
think.
like a couple days before PAX.
Yeah.
Where, like they do like industry facing days and then they go into the weekend of consumer, because that's the main difference too, is these shows, the industry events like E3 are during the week, and shows like PAX and PAX East, like granted, like sometimes they take an extra day or two, but they're mostly a weekend show. So I guess conceivably you could stack a couple days early for industry and then lead right into the public facing show in the same convention center, and maybe that's if anyone could do it, PAX could do it. They successfully run 4 different events or 5 now worldwide every year, and they don't seem to have any issues. So maybe that's good call, Selden. Maybe that's it.
I mean, if E3 was smart, they would work with PAX. They would do it E3/PAX East,
Yeah.
where they
Oh,
throw
they
the
would
E3 label on
combine
the
it. Yes, yeah.
yeah, they E3 on the first couple days, which is the industry, and then it blows out into PAX at that point. So
Well, we know Derek just wants to have a party with the Pactor, and he doesn't really care
Yeah.
if there's
I'm
an
going
E3.
out to
Just
LA
he just wants the
anyway.
parties.
Yes.
Just wants to. If Pactor was only having a party, and that would be fine with him.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, this year, like that was a discussion that happened in the Nolan house. We're like, we got stuff going on during E3. It's going to be shitty, but Packer sent us the invite. We're going out anyway, and we'll just go out for maybe we'll fly out in the morning, go to Packer's party at night, come back on the red eye, and that is a legit discussion we had. And,
See, I just made that up, and it's actually true.
Yes, it is actually true. That's you can't make this shit up. So, literally, yes.
I think we all know you.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, thanks for that question, Altius. I think we answered your question. So if any of feedback, give us a call, 773-527-2961. Email us at podcast@tool.com, and we'll handle your feedback next week. On that, why don't we move on over to what we're playing? Selden, what have you been playing this week?
I have been playing Starfield for the most part. Starfield's been taking up like probably 95% of my gaming time. Having a blast with the game. They did a really good job on it. Have no complaints about it. Loving it. And then outside of that, just a little COD DMZ. In the middle of the season pass on that, so I feel obligated. I got to get at least some of my daily missions in so I can try to finish the battle pass.
It's just a
but
waste of
it's falling off quickly. So
as it should.
So I may just in COD DMZ just work on getting the bonus items for like the coins. So if I ever come back to it, I'll have the coins for season 3 or whatever the next version is, whatever season 6 it is.
When the next Call of Duty comes out in like a month.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're doing homework on this game. It's like, oh well.
Well,
I gotta do it because I paid for it. So.
I do enjoy it when I'm in there. I am enjoying it, but it's just there's that call to the stars that wants me to go back out there and explore planets. And
I abandoned 2 battle passes I bought for Halo Infinite. So don't.
But those don't go away.
Those don't go away. Stupid battle passes
for Halo, yeah.
Oh,
Halos take forever, right?
No,
I forgot about Halo Infinite. That's sad.
Yeah, it was sad. Yeah.
It's a great playing game. It was just not enough maps, and I just kind of got bored with it and then never came back. So my son likes it, but we just haven't played for a while. And
but anyways, what have you been playing there, Shadow, since we're talking?
Sure. So I've been also playing some Starfield. Not a whole lot. My save file says 8 hours. That is a lie. I think it counts.
You paused and went to the bathroom. Yeah.
For 8 hours. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is, but I probably played a good like Mexican 3 hours.
You were like,
yeah, right. Well, some of that was the character creation. I'll bet you that was like an hour and a half.
Took forever.
Yeah, and so then I got to the first planet, and then I got through that one little section, went back out, went to another planet, and so I've done 3-4 hours probably tops. Honestly, I haven't had a whole lot of time. And so far it's a Bethesda game. I mean, if you like Oblivion and Skyrim and Fallout and that's what it is. It's that in space, and I do like those games, so I think it'll be fun. It's not. I feel like people think it is going to be No Man's Sky, and it's definitely not.
I think it's more Skyrim than No Man's Sky.
It's No Man's Sky is like you're just. You take off from a planet, you fly yourself out of the planet, and you fly to space and fly to some other place, and that's not what this is. This is just loading screen to loading screen to loading screen, kind of to different places. Out to space, loading back to a planet, loading to a smaller spot on the planet, and then you get to where you're going. So, but that's okay, and that's kind of I would rather have that than just flying forever. I think it would just take way too long.
Alana Pierce did that on her stream. She flew 7 hours to Pluto direct.
Right.
And then when she finally got there, she phased through the planet, and it didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't treat
it's just like a It's just like a mirage. But
yes.
So far, I mean, it's good. I'm sure like I'll get bothered by some of the inventory stuff. I'm already kind of getting bothered by that with. All right, well, I pick up 1,000 guns, and I need to stop picking up guns because then I get overburdened, and I got to assign them to different favorites. And I heard somebody played it for like 10 hours and didn't even realize how to do favorites for weapons, and just kept going into their inventory back and forth because it never shows you how to do that.
Oh, I don't.
You just
do that. No.
Yeah, You just mark it as a favorite with a Y, and then you choose where on the plus on the directional pad you want to put it, and then you can auto equip it from there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did that
So
initially. Honestly, I was using the favorite thing, but I just kept upgrading guns so fast. I was like,
yeah,
it's just kind of a pain in the ass to keep. It's almost like inventory management of your favorites because you
yeah,
have what
it's
you
true.
have
Oh, nice.
you have 12 slots to put favorites in.
Do you have 12? Yeah, 3 times 4. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like holy
And one of them's got to
shit.
be health,
Yeah,
and one of them's got to be a melee weapon, probably. And
Oh, I did use that
yeah,
because they told me like hold down and hit
yeah, you press
this
down, then you
for
press wherever you want
for
to,
to
then
get
select it.
health. Yeah, yeah.
But
yeah.
yeah,
The
I mean,
inventory
it looks
management
good.
in that game is it's a little rough because you accumulate so much shit so fast, and then you pawn it off to your co co-conspirator that's out there running missions with you, and then they fill up. Then you fill up the robot, and then you fill up the ship, and then next thing you know, you're like, "Fuck! I got so much shit. How many
Then you go, do
sandwiches
I
do
need
I
all
need?"
this? Yeah. Then you're like, well, should I sell it all? I haven't sold anything yet. I don't even know how to sell things yet. That's how early I am in the game. So yeah. So I'm sure that I'll sell those and get money, and then it'll be less. But yeah, so that's a little annoying. But you can it's definitely the walk up to somebody, hit a button, you get the close up like oblivion view of them, and you're right in front of you, and they talk, and you select your one of 6 different things, and you can select pretty much every single one of them if you want to. And yeah, so I mean, if that's what you like, and I did like all those games, then I think you'll like this. So far so good. And so yeah, I'll be playing more of that, and I'll talk about that more the next time, I'm sure. Also, I've been playing, because of all the recommendations here from both guys, Vampire Survivors. I started that after the last podcast, I think the same night that we recorded.
Yeah,
And I
that's when
got a
you found
little
out it was on
addicted.
Game Pass. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a little addicted. Like the first night I got to 30 minutes, which is where you die at 30 minutes unless you have a
That's
revive, and
good
then you
for
can
your
keep
first night
going.
in the game. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I played a lot, but it was the first
Apparently
night.
so.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. So I got used to that. And anyway, so yeah, that was really fun. And I've been upgrading. All my stuff's upgraded. I mean, who knows how far you can upgrade stuff, but except for I didn't go for the one where it's the, uh, it's makes it worse for you, whatever
Oh, when you do
Skull.
the
those,
curse, the
the
curse. Yeah, I
Curse
didn't go
skull.
for that one.
sometimes you got to do the curses.
I
Yeah.
upgraded all those, but you can there's so many achievements in that game.
Yep.
And I love achievements. So the first night I popped like 30 achievements. What? I
And you're
I
like,
got
that's
out
gotta
to
be it. That's gotta be
Yeah.
it. There can't be
And I
any
looked
more
at it's like
achievements.
120 achievements. Like, holy crap.
Yep.
And that's not even with the DLC, I think. I think
Yeah,
the
each time
DLC
the
is even
DLC
more.
comes out, they give you more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the DLC
DLC
is like
a buck.
$2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe $1 with Game Pass. It's crazy. So I'll
Yeah.
probably buy those eventually soon. But I got out of my first game, and it just kept popping achievements. Like, what the? And then
It's
yeah, I
like
think
the
it was like
casino
20
thing.
achievements.
It's
Yeah.
like, ding,
like-
ding, 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 ding.
And it's free if you have Game Pass. Yeah, I mean, you can't beat it. It's
I
definitely a
tried
good
to
time.
sell you on this so long ago.
It
and
is.
No one
It's
listened
good.
to me. So yes.
It's and and it's a good thing to just jump in, and the most you're gonna play is 30 minutes, maybe
And
32
even
minutes.
it's not 30 minutes because you have those things you can turn on where really the clock runs faster than the actual clock. Like those are those
Okay, the
toggles
hyper?
you can do. Yeah, the hyper and the other.
Oh, I
thing.
didn't know it ran faster. Okay,
Yeah,
I just
so-
knew the
so-
U went faster.
No, so you don't need to
No,
spend the
everything
full 30
speeds.
minutes. Yeah. the
Yeah, so I
clock
mean
runs
tops,
faster. Yes.
tops you get 30 minutes. So if you have 30 minutes, play it, and then
Yeah.
you'd either die or you're done by then anyway. So
Yep.
yeah, good game. That's it for me right now. What about you, Derek?
Well, I played a little bit of Fall Guys, but mostly, and actually technically it was probably more Fall Guys, but I did play Starfield. I went through the initial thing. I got off of where we started. I got on that ship. I went to the next place, and then I was exploring and doing all that stuff, and I was like, holy shit, I need a break. Because I didn't realize right away, and I was saying this to you guys before the show, like, I was like, oh, before I go out on this thing, I want to pick up that, like, mining laser cannon. And then I died during that mission, and it kicked me back, and the next time I was walking through, I was like, wait, why do I have all these different points where I can pick something up? And then instead of picking up the one thing that I thought was in the room, there was maybe 200 things in that room to pick up. And then I was like, oh, they were just loading me up. And then I went to the next place and it was the same fucking thing. There was like 200 things to pick up there. And I was like, oh, okay, this is going to go deep. And that's kind of like after I got to the next like relaxed point, I was like, all right, I need a fucking break. That was insane.
Now, when you say things to pick up, do you mean just like the normal Bethesda
Pens,
stuff? Where like,
notebooks, gauze,
yeah,
tape,
yeah,
two-sided tape, sticky tape,
yeah.
tape that has your mom's picture on it. Like it doesn't fucking matter what it is.
And
You
they're
just
all like
make up shit so you
0.01.
pick it up. Yes.
Wait, and then you're like, why am I unencumbered? Oh, because I have 50 pens. How many of these you want to drop? Oh, 49. So I have one. And then the whole room fills with pens.
Yeah, because they don't go away; they just drop right there.
No, it's nuts. So yeah, I had to figure out like how to judge what I want to pick. Like I guess that's the problem. I have not yet figured out how to judge what I want to pick up. So that's why I was like, I need a break. Like I'm tapped out for a second, and then probably sit down tomorrow night and play some more. But yeah, I just needed. I was feeling verklempt. So I just taking a break, coming back to it. But yeah, it's insanely beautiful. The game looks fantastic. The graphics are great. The default settings for like aim movement and stuff are a little off. Like even when you're trying to just pick something up that you can see, you have to constantly like, oh, I went too far. I went too far. That and like to dial that in, but I'm sure there's a setting for like motion and movement and stuff that's the right one. I just haven't figured it out yet. So
Yeah, I think the jump button's the wrong button. Also,
Yes.
it's like
I've tried.
Like I need
the
to
bumper jumper before I even played.
Oh,
I created
okay.
a bumper jumper for myself.
Yeah, it's like Y, I think, right? Y is the jump.
It's Y.
It's
And I tried to
weird.
switch to A because that's what I like for jump. And it's like, okay, well, this just screwed up everything else. Are you sure? Like,
No, they tell you
okay.
what you have to fix. They're like, oh,
They
you
didn't tell
changed
me.
this. Go back in and agree to that you're swapping those two things. So yeah, I have bumper
Okay.
jumper set, and it's just like playing Halo. So
All right.
But yeah,
well,
with the
I'll try it
inventory,
next time.
inventory management, as I've played further through the game, that's the only thing I've actually done for construction on the ship, because you can actually start constructing the ship, adding modules. I've had to add them, like a couple of my ships, extra storage facilities, just because I have so much crap that I'm containing. I'm like, I don't have time to go through it all. I just want to keep going.
So Selden's just turning into a hoarder already.
yeah, He's
My
like,
ship's gonna
I
look like
need
it's
more closets to hold my shit.
that's what it's coming down to. And I'm like, holy
Why?
shit.
Just because I need it.
Yes, I don't know when I'm going to need 2,000 pens, but I have.
I might
them.
need them. And
I'm
all
gonna
these
label
newspapers.
that storage unit pens. That's all my pens over there. Yeah, they're right over there. If you need a pen, I got 2,000 of them.
Oh, the
Just
notepads,
in
those are in my
case.
other ship. The notepads are in the other ship. So if you want to pen in a notepad, you got to get two
Bill-
ships.
Building storage container
Oh.
ships.
Oh, so yes, yeah. You've
I'm gonna go
obviously figured this
hijack that
game out.
ship. I need a new closet.
Oh, I can't possibly get a new ship. That thing doesn't have enough storage.
Can I just get a hyperdrive and a storage facility?
Can I just tack my current ship on as like a trunk to this ship? Like, oh yes. So we're all enjoying Starfield in many different ways, but yes. So highly recommend.
Definitely.
All right. On that, why don't we hop on over to new releases? First new release last week was Starfield. I put it on the list because we didn't have a show last week and we already talked about it. But
Xbox PC exclusive.
Yep. And the non-fanboys are whining and bitching, but fuck 'em.
Yeah, I saw that they tried to start a review bomb on Starfield, but it was quickly squashed by a review uptick by everybody.
Yep.
So,
Yep. All right, so I assume we don't need to talk anymore about that.
nope.
All right. So the next one is kind of the opposite. Baldur's Gate 3 out for the PS5 and the PC for now.
Yeah.
I have zero interest in this game. But
I want to play it. But I don't think I'll play it until it comes out on Xbox, just because I have so much to play right now, and it's just there's no way it's gonna fit in anywhere. Maybe I'll get it in January. Maybe it'll be out by then. I don't know. But
Right,
it's been out for
and
I
PC
think
for a
it's
couple
a
of weeks.
2023 date, right? Or is it a
Yeah,
2024 date?
I think it's like Christmas, maybe.
I don't think it
Don't
was
know
a
for
I
sure.
don't think it's a PS5 exclusive. I think it's just they
No,
couldn't get it to work. They wanted it the way they wanted it to on the Xbox.
On
they
the
went
S
on
in
So-
Xbox
particular.
S with
Yeah.
split screen, and they
Yeah.
said we'll give you an exemption. You don't have to have split screen. So now they're gonna
Yeah.
release it without split screen for S. Which, honestly, I mean, is split screen really a thing people are caring about with this game? I don't know, maybe, but not me.
It's not that kind of game, right?
It doesn't seem like it is. It's like it's like an isometric, top-down kind of Diablo-looking RPG,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I don't know.
I just don't see couch co-op being that big of a thing. Aside from like you and Tiff playing stuff,
Mm.
I don't think we've all gotten to the point where everybody's got their own TV, their own console, or whatever.
Yeah.
And-
well, Tiff and I did play Diablo split screen.
Yeah,
But we could
I just don't
as
think it's-
easily
it's-
go to any of other 8
Right.
TVs and play
it's just not the
separate, yeah.
it's not the norm like
Yeah.
it used to be. Split screen and couch
Yeah.
co-op and stuff like that. The
Do you-
industry pushed us away from it, and I don't think that it's really we've seen the benefits of each person having their own full screen. So
All right, but I'll
Yeah.
tell you, the thing you might be missing here, though, because we're all getting older, is college kids. That's the difference. Is like not every kid in college has a TV. Not every kid in college has a console. I've got 3 kids currently in college. One's already out, but yeah, the kids share
Yeah, but-
consoles.
But I
Yeah.
think kids use tablets and stuff like that more than being
Not
on the
for,
same
like,
screen.
high-end games, like
I mean, if
you're
you
not
can do
playing
remote
Baldur's Gate
stuff,
on your tablet.
I mean,
yeah, but
either
they
you
all
guys
have
have a
monitors beside their tablet or their laptop, and
yeah,
they're just plugging their Xbox into their monitor.
you
and
could
then,
do cloud gaming
like
on
4
your.
guys are playing right there. They all have their own
Cloud
monitor.
gaming
I
is
understand what you're
just-
saying, though.
yeah.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah,
Like you
it-
just want to go
definitely.
in someone's room, smoke a bunch of bones,
Just
and
pick up a controller and
fucking
go.
play some shit.
Yeah. That's what Halo used to be.
Mhm.
Do either of you guys have a Steam Deck?
Nope.
Yeah.
No. Okay. I don't either, but my buddy does, and so I know that's another way to play remotely, but still play PC.
Yeah, it's probably out of budget of college kids. So just
I don't know. Maybe. What a if, depends. College is so expensive. Kids probably don't. Their parents are like, oh, $600, no problem. We're already paying
Oh,
50
no.
grand a year, so whatever.
50 grand would be nice. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's that's like in the sometime. I'm trying. Probably in the early 2000s. That was. The
I don't
price,
want to think
so
about
yeah.
that.
Oh,
No.
that's right. You have little kids. All right.
I
College is
do.
now
Yeah.
$80,000 a year.
No.
So yeah.
Yeah.
They'll
I
be
mean,
going to a
if-
trade school or a
if you're
state
going,
school.
state
or-
schools are a little bit cheaper. But yeah, a lot of the
Scholarships, yeah.
individual independent schools are.
By the time they go to
Pretty
college,
high.
who knows if college will even be around with all the
It'll
student
be
loan
$1
stuff.
million.
$1 million.
Yeah. All right. Next new release out this week is NBA 2K24 out for the Xbox, the PlayStation, the Switch, and the PC. It is a roster update, same kind of shit, different year. I have zero interest. I'm not a hoops fan to begin
I'm
with.
kind of surprised on the Switch, so good for them.
Well, yeah, that is. Yeah.
I guess any sports game really went out the window when I stopped playing couch co-op because that's when in college you could
Yeah.
reach over and hit your buddy in the arm when he scored on you or something like that. And
Yeah,
I just
In Tech
Nah.
Bowl. Yep.
it's not the same playing
NFL
over the-
Blitz.
It's not the same
It was
playing
Tech
a
Bowl
sports
in
game
some
over.
era, yes, yeah.
You
Blitz.
kidding?
That was 99. Holy crap. Maybe before that.
Yeah.
I used to
It
play
was
running
definitely
gun
before
in the arcades. That was that one where you were behind the guys going down the court and you came back the other way. That was the best arcade game. That was probably like 94.
No.
Anyway.
He's on fire.
Yeah, it wasn't even NBA Jam. It was like pre
NBA Jam is the only quality NBA game.
Also true.
Yes.
Also true. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, Derek, you might remember this. I probably Shadow. It's way before your time, but I'm going to say, do you remember the Front Page
What?
Sports franchise? It was basically a text game but it was the different sports, and you actually played like as the manager of the team, and you would put it in, and also would put up was like X's and O's on the screen and run the plays that you called.
No, is this like playing Stratomatic baseball or Stratomatic basketball?
Yeah, it was a long time ago, but it was.
No,
I had a lot of fun with that franchise back
It's like
in
manager mode.
Did you
Yeah, it
play
was like
on
manager. It was
Abacus?
that was all it was manager mode. So
Yeah, no,
Hmm.
this is probably before my time, Selton. You're
It
aging.
was-
Wait a second. How old do you think I am?
I
Oh,
think
Selton
you're in
thinks
your-
you're little. Yes.
I think you're in your
Go.
40s somewhere.
Okay, yeah, 42. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you were like way before your time. Like, how?
I'm in my 40s.
No, because do you remember? Do you ever play BBS like the dungeon crawlers and stuff like that? And
I
it
mean,
was all
yeah,
text-based
sort
stuff?
of. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Space Wars?
Back on like Apple IIe's type of thing.
Yeah, you dial into a bulletin
Apple
board,
II.
play Space Wars.
Never fucking apples.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we had.
Yeah.
Or
Selden,
yeah, my buddy had a
Selden's got mental
Tandy.
break where he can't play anything Apple. So, all right. Last new release out this week is the Crew Motorfest, out for the Xbox, the PlayStation, the PC. This is the latest, the Crew game out of Ubisoft. Apparently,
Good
this
for
one's
them.
good, but like I haven't played a Crew game in probably 15, 20 years.
I have never played a crew game. I know they just keep coming out. I just keep seeing that name. Like, oh, that's a game. Good for them. They're still around.
Yeah, I think I played one, and in this heavy lineup that we have this fall, it's definitely not a play.
Oh, the October
me.
lineup? Yeah. Altius asked, is October too fucking filled with games? Yes. We already gave you the answer,
Yes.
Altius. We gave you that last episode. It may not have been last week, but we told you.
Oh,
So, yes.
Man.
All right.
And,
Well, on that, why don't we hop on over into gaming news? First story. Xbox's reporting system for abusive voice chat arrives this week. So this is only like 20-something years overdue. So now on the Xbox, if someone says something hurtful, homophobic, racist, whatever to you, the reporting system that you now have at your beck and call will go, it'll grab some audio from what happened, it'll fucking send it off to Microsoft, and they will smack this fucker in the face. Not with their dick, because that would be also inappropriate, but they'll smack him upside the head and be like, nope, you're banned. Well, with this 11 strikes program, so I'm not sure how long they'd be banned, but at least there's a way to grab this data and now pass it on to Microsoft. Because in the past, you were just like, yeah, this guy called me a... And they're like, oh, did he? And then they have to look for other people that reported those same things. But now they actually get that audio data. So I think this is a great thing.
Wow. Remember, it was before my time, but did you guys ever use the voice changer on the Xbox when that live first came out?
Not on the Xbox itself, but I had a thing that shoved into, instead of using the puck that you would normally use, I had one where it would change my voice, and I had like fucking jerk, and I could send all these like,
No way.
pre-recorded things. Yes.
You would have been banned
Yes.
so long ago.
Yeah,
Wow. Good thing it didn't exist then, I guess.
Yes, yeah. I had all the Unreal Tournament sounds, like all the Overkill, but not the Halo one, but the Unreal Tournament versions. Yeah.
I mean, having a son who's young and is now playing online a lot with just his friends, not with the randoms, but the fact that people don't really use voice chat quite as much, especially randoms, it's kind of good, I think. I mean, at least for randoms. Like I'm glad he's not jumping into lobbies like I used to deal with Halo when I was first playing Halo 2 and Halo 3, because that was just, oh wow, like I was old.
That's why Too Old to Play was founded, because
Timmy's.
I tell this story all the time, but one night Joel Dudai Rock Albert and I were in a Halo 2 game where we were randomly match made into, and then all this super fucking insane, hateful, hurtful shit came out, and after everyone was out of the lobby, he and I were there, and I was like, wow, that was fucked up. And he's like, that was. And that's how Too Old to Play was formed. So
Yep.
Crazy.
So good for them.
The birth of Tool to Play.
Game out of Timmy's.
If it weren't for the Timmies, yes.
All right. Next story.
All right, I'll take this one. Coming off of CNBC this afternoon, Microsoft announces an Xbox credit card to include free Game Pass with first purchase. This is coming out of Barclays on CNBC earlier today. They announced that they're going to go into partnership with Microsoft, and with any kind of credit card that's out there right now with all the bonus points and miles and stuff like that, they focus this on Microsoft points. So you're going to get right up front, if as soon as you use the card, you're going to get 5,000 card points. That's worth about $50 on Xbox credits if you use them. And then you'll also get 3 months of Game Pass Ultimate for free with your first purchase. So, I mean, they're front loading this big time. And then your card is going to accumulate points no matter if you're buying like fast food or, electronics or whatever with it. So this might be the gamer's card of choice going forward if you're looking to, really rack up those Microsoft points just by doing your ordinary everyday thing.
Yeah. Like this is the dorkiest credit card there is. Like it's like you could earn like airline miles, you could earn hotel points, but you're like, I need some more Xbox currency. Like that I can only use in this one ecosystem. Yeah, that's where I'm putting my bucks. Like I'm pretty sure that with one of my credit cards, I can probably turn my points into Xbox shit if I'm not like going somewhere or doing something or like this is not like I love Xbox but I'll keep my Chase Sapphire Reserve and my JetBlue.
That's what I have too. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I don't mind paying $550 a year for a credit card that they're gonna kick me back all the perks for. So.
You are probably not the target audience for this.
No,
but the college age kid getting their first credit card, if this is the card you can grab, and if you're a gamer, I mean, you're getting 3 times points back on like Grubhub and DoorDash. You're getting 5 times points back on any kind of Microsoft purchase, 3 times points back on Netflix and Disney Plus. So if you're signing up for this stuff and you're a gamer or anything like that in that ecosystem, I mean, this is a good card to get.
I can't sell it this way, Selden. Like
you're different. You're the one that pays for that Black Platinum card or whatever.
But they give me back travel
diamond
credits
card
each year. They give me $15 a month in DoorDash. They give me
it's not for you, Derek.
Yeah, this is not for me.
It's for college kids and people's new credit card owners.
Oh, I did see the 3 tiers based on your credit. You could either pay a 19.99% APR,
really?
a 23% APR, or a 25% APR.
Whoa!
Yeah,
I don't even know what my APR is.
The APR is a little bit high.
I have it set to auto pay the whole balance.
Yeah,
but college kids do not set it to auto pay the whole
No,
balance.
they do not.
No, they hold a balance that uses the APR. So
I'm trying to remember my Capital One probably back when I was 20. What APR that was? Holy crap! That was probably 20%. I don't know. That's crazy.
They were always around 19%. I feel like back in the day, but now they're like, oh, and if your credit's shitty, it's 30. And you're like, no, that's one of my credits.
I think my card that I'm using now went down like to 7% at one point, and because I just kept paying always and never missed a payment, it's just stayed there because they can't just increase it on you randomly. I guess I don't know. Works for us.
Yeah. All
right.
Next story.
Nintendo has no plans for a Zelda Tears of the Kingdom expansion.
Oh, I knew you were going to take this story, Shadow.
Yeah. Which honestly, I haven't finished Tears of the Kingdom yet. I've gotten kind of close, I think, but I just got distracted. But I played a lot. But it says by some estimates, it takes around 235 hours to see and do absolutely everything. And some have done that, but most people haven't. So, but they've said,
"What's wrong with you?"
I know. I got too much other stuff going on. I'm sorry. I apologize. But it says, no plans for additional content. So saying that like they've just pretty much done. They put everything they could possibly think of into the game. Like there's nothing left. Which, if that's the case, then great. Then that means that they left it out on the table. And honestly, I kind of like that approach. I think more companies might want to do that, where it's like keep it a little longer, put everything possible in there, and then just call it good instead of starting to work on DLC the second that it's
DLC.
or like
See,
a month before it's launched, you know.
See,
So-
I look at this as they're trying to follow the Call of Duty type of where they don't really offer DLC. They just put out another game. I say we're going to see another Zelda game
Yeah, but like 4
in
or
a
5
lot
years
shorter
later.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to see a Zelda game in a lot shorter time, and that way they're not selling it as expansion and only getting, $19.99. They're going to sell it for the full price, $49, $59, $69. So I think they're focusing on just that at that point. So I don't say it's a bad idea because Tears of the Kingdom was a great game. And it was not an expansion on the previous game. So
No.
even though it used like the same base map area, but they tripled it, right? The layers and stuff. So,
Yeah, well, like with Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, I mean, they were like a year apart, which was crazy, but they used all the same assets, and it was just a new story, but mostly the same assets. This was similar, not quite the same assets, but very close in the same world, but so much more. And I think that's fine. I think that they just said, "Hey, we left it on the table, and it's done." They did say that don't bank on them returning to any 2D Zeldas again. Like this has changed how they're doing Zeldas now, and they're all going to be kind of like this or more. So I think that they're kind of done with 2D Zeldas. So if you like that style, unfortunately, I think they might be done. The only thing I think they may ever do is maybe like a remake of the other Game Boy games, possibly. But that's it. I mean, I would like them to do. I love Link's Awakening. That's my favorite Zelda, and they did the remake on that, and it was great. And they have the 2 other ones, the Oracle games, which maybe they'll do that. But otherwise, yeah, I think they're pretty much done. So with 2D.
Yeah, my favorite game was Legend of Zelda, and I was done.
The first one.
Yep. Yeah,
And they were done.
Any of this other shit. Yeah.
Okay. That's astute. Thank you.
I'm going to go out on the limb and say Tears is the best version of Zelda at this point. So
yeah, I didn't need any of these.
It is really good. It
It's
is
like
good.
when
I haven't
Super
finished
Mario
it.
3 went 3D and there were like the overhead cameras. I was like, no, I was good a couple of games ago.
You're like the old man yells at cloud. I don't need that 3D Mario.
I did. No.
Back in my day, we had 2D, and that was enough Ds.
Just give me a frog jumping across the street in the water. That's fine. I don't need to see anything. I think.
All right. Next story.
ReedPop and ESA part ways over E3. So this was the greatest partnership that never happened. So ReedPop, who I have a bunch of friends at, they're the guys that do PAX East and PAX and all these events. They took over from when Penny Arcade Expo couldn't run their own conventions. So they brought in these guys, and these guys have done a fantastic job for the last 7-8 years of this. This past year, it was announced that the ESA was like, ReedPop, come partner with us, help us save E3. And then they did. And then the ESA, like, I talked to my ReedPop contact at PAX East a mere couple months before E3. And that contact, I'm not going to use a pronoun so you don't know who I'm talking about. That contact was super excited about E3. And then we had that thing a month before E3 where the ESA was like, nope, we're out. Like, fucked over ReedPop, fucked over the whole thing. I don't know how this can move forward, but I'm happy for ReedPop that they're out of this. Like some of the news stories said, like the ESA ditched ReedPop, but that's not how I read this at all. I'm like, ReedPop were the ones that were fucked over by the ESA, so I feel like they were the ones that were like, see ya. It's sad, but yeah, ReedPop, go Voltron with some new thing and form go to your PAX things like we talked about earlier and create your own E3. Like, they have the inside knowledge now from their working with the ESA that got screwed. This may be like a backdoor innovation into how you do a industry facing event. So I don't know, but yeah, I love Reed Pop. Those guys are great. And I'm just curious to see where this stuff's going to go. But it definitely was not. They didn't agree to part ways. I guarantee you, Reed Pop bailed after the ESA left them hanging on the table. So
Yeah, I mean, you could probably correct me because I'm probably wrong, but I'd have to go to the Wayback Machine because I know we talked about E3 and ESA way back in the day before COVID, before all this other crap. They had their show vendor, like their show designers or whatever, their stage guys, and they had trouble in those last couple of years before the show actually take a hiatus, and they had no like there was no dedication or
no
desire to work with these guys, and they're like, fuck you, ESA, got out.
Yep.
So I guarantee you that Reed Pop probably got fucked in this canceled show, and they didn't get nearly what they were promised money wise or
anything,
contract wise or anything with all the work that they put in. So yeah, I can see Reed Pop like, listen, we're not going to do anything for you unless you pay the back shit. And I could see ESA going say, we'll see you.
Yeah.
We don't have a show anyway, so
yeah, that's the ultimate fuck you. Yeah, you're not going to do our show because we don't have a show. That's right. Yeah, you can't play at our wedding because we're not getting married anymore. Yes, like
Burn.
So yeah, it's just I don't know if working with ESA is the best when people want to do that going forward with their track record. So
the ESA used to have some really good people that worked there. Like back when Kelly Parker used to work there, she was a fantastic person to work with. People cared about stuff, and then it became more of a business than this alliance of entertainment software folks. And as soon as that happened, that's when you saw this downhill slide. When it was like, hey, let's do video games and let's promote video games. Like, it was a different time and things were very different. But yeah, money took over, business took over, and now we're where we're at. So, I don't know. All right, next story.
all right. Fortnite creative lead Donald Mustard is retiring from Epic Games. More
The
importantly,
Colonel?
yeah,
I
he's
was
been
gonna say,
he's been in the industry
you
for
took my
25
joke.
years.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Threw me off there. No, he's
Sorry.
been in the industry for 25 years. He's worked with some really talented people. Really, he's one of the driving forces between getting Fortnite to where it is, based on his creative pushes and stuff like that. And he's retiring, so it's going to be a big loss, not just for Fortnite, but for Epic all over the place. Because he's got a pretty stellar resume under his belt. With it looks like he was involved with like Undertow, Shadow Complex, Infinity Blade, and even goes all the way back to something with Punch Out. I think I see on here something. So
yeah, who knows how much his stuff moved Fortnite in the direction it's been and made it this money-making magnet. So yeah.
I loved Shadow Complex. I really wish they would have made a sequel.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
yeah, it doesn't look like he's got plans to go back into the industry from what I was
No,
reading
it
at
really
least. So
sounds like he's retiring.
he's just like he's retiring at the age of 47, saying thank you, I'm out.
Peace out.
So
Good for
Good for
him.
him.
47. Jeez.
Yeah. That's what happens.
And
when
I
you
will
work
sit
for a
here in my
company that
piles of
makes-
money,
Yes. Like I'm telling you, it
and I will wipe
sounds-
my butt with these hundreds.
Yeah,
Sorry.
like when we went to that Fortnite party at E3, and it was at the Coliseum where the 1980, 84, 80, one of those Olympics was. The one with the archway and everything else in front. And Fortnite had taken over that entire Coliseum, and they built everything around the Coliseum Fortnite, and it was like being in the game, and they had Ninja and all this shit and Marshmallow doing all this shit on stage. That's when you realize that they had more money than the US government, and it was fucked up. So this guy obviously has taken his percentage off the top, and he is ready, just like, yeah, I did that. That was me. Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm old enough
Yeah.
to remember when Fortnite launched and no one cared. And it was just
Yes.
a fort building game.
yep.
It was a tower defense. And then they just kind of went, "Oh, we're just going to try some other stuff."
And then
And
they
free
tried some other
play,
stuff, and then they're like, "That thing we did before, it's gone. Forget that."
yeah,
That's when Derek hated it because he
Yeah.
liked it before.
exactly. I think they made the right choice, though, Derek.
I
Sorry.
think so. Yeah, they really did for them.
Yeah.
Not
For
for
them,
but
yeah.
yeah. All right, next story.
Destiny 2 cheater fined 500K, permanently banned from Bungie interaction. So it looked like there was a court case that Luca Inkcell Leon got a judgment against him for 500,000 for basically cheating, injecting cheats into Destiny code over and over, which because of that he was using their own code, that was against the
That's a
law.
bad
And
thing, yeah.
yeah, and so apparently he just kept getting banned and would just make a new account. Did that about 100 times, so he got charged $2,000 for every time he did that. Plus, on top of that, the other two infringements, which were 150K each, so that's 500. Yeah, and banned and can't, because he was also harassing the employees, saying that, and the staffers at the companies, and saying he was going to burn down the headquarters and all sorts of stuff. So
Threats. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it says Bungie takes lawsuits against cheaters and toxic behavior seriously, but in addition, I mean, he was just like threatening lives and stuff, and so yeah, for sure. But that's crazy. I didn't hear anything about this. Did you guys?
Yeah. This was the first I heard of it when I added the outlines.
Yeah,
But it's crazy. Yeah.
He was really burned by the Destiny 1 to Destiny 2 move where he lost everything, huh?
Yeah, he's like,
yes.
and you killed Cade 6? Fuck you! I'm gonna murder your families. Yes.
Woo.
Oh, see
Gonna
how I dipped
unalive
deep
your
there?
families.
Yeah.
Yes, let's not get YouTube banned here.
Yeah.
But yeah, he says he can't be
Wow.
within 1,000 feet of the offices or any of the employees or anything. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He
that's
can't go near a
hardcore.
GameStop that is selling anything Destiny related.
Yeah, but just imagine getting fined 500K and like, where are you gonna get that, buddy? Probably nowhere.
You gotta dip into your rainy day account and be like,
Yeah.
yep, here's your 500K.
So word to cheaters, major cheaters, and people who are threatening people, you're probably gonna get screwed.
So
Anyway,
was he
delete,
charging?
delete
Was
your
he
posts, Selden. Delete those Bungie
delete
posts.
delete your account.
was he selling the cheats and stuff like that? I mean, did he
I
have
don't think
banks
so.
that it was going to cover this
No.
500K?
No, I think he was just screwing with their code and like injecting it into Bungie Destiny 2's code. And yeah, I think he was just going on there and screwing with
like buffer overflows and that kind of
in-game
stuff.
cheats.
And,
And
yeah,
Is he still
Yeah.
living in his mom's basement?
that's the only time you can create this good a code. So yes,
that's right. And then that means you're not doing anything else. So
yes. Yeah.
yeah. So next story.
All right, next story. Blue 12 Stray is becoming an animated movie. So this is the cat game. For those of you that don't know this, this was a PlayStation exclusive. Now it's moving out to other platforms. It was pretty badass. I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it. I love cats. Selden hates cats.
I hate cats. I did get this
So-
game for the Xbox when it came out, and it's just not really
Okay.
that fun.
Just to let you guys
Unless
know,
you love cats, I
Selden-
think. If you love
Selden-
cats, it's a great game.
Selden's not your guy to go to. He doesn't like cats. He doesn't like iPhones. He more likes like werewolves.
Those go
and
together, Evan.
androids. So yeah, like
Okay.
not things that people like. Like he likes being punched in the dick and not iPhones. So for someone like me that played the game and enjoyed it, I'm super psyched for this. I'll watch this animated shit. I'll watch anything. But
I'm not a cat person. I don't hate them, but they're not my favorite. In games, it's fine, but I'm not like, I don't go for cat games usually. My wife's really allergic and I'm sort of allergic. So that's probably part of it. But some kind of on Selden's side here. But sorry.
I'm definitely allergic to cats, so
psychopaths.
that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole
I like
premise of the
certain
game
cats.
is, I mean,
I like
the,
certain cats.
the science fiction twist of the game is kind of interesting, but it's the controls are wonky in my opinion. But anyways, the fact that they're making an animated movie out of it,
It must have done something right, Selden.
Must have done something right. So
Yes.
Jeez.
I'll give them that. But
Yeah.
it built an interesting world. I'll say that with the underground and trying to get up.
Yeah, and layering things in like
yeah,
slowly as
so.
you play through the game. Yeah, no.
So I could see where they can go with the show, but I don't enjoy the gameplay of it myself.
I mean, if there's anything I learned is that the internet likes cats, so I think
Yes.
that
Yeah.
this will be fine.
No, absolutely. All right, last story.
All right, I'm bringing the WTF back to the show for this week.
This week's
New York-
What the Fuck story. Selden,
Right.
this story has you saying, what the fuck?
What the fuck? New York governor blames a 12-year-old game on the recent rash of Subway Surfer incidents. New York City has had 5 deaths and multiple injuries from Subway Surfer kids riding the top of trains here in New York City. And the
Shit.
governor has come
Why?
out and said she wants to blame the original Subway Surfer game that was on iPhones and Androids from
15-year-old
at least
game?
12 years ago
Oh,
for the
12
recent
years, yeah.
rash of people riding on tops of subway trains.
Kids
They
who's
have a-
ever heard of that game?
They have a month-long PR stunt going where all the subway signs are reminding people not to ride on top of trains.
Mm.
But yeah, she came out and said it's
Oh, I
she's
forgot.
blaming it on the
Okay.
12-year-old Subway Surfer game. You remember the game where you rode on top of the subways and you jump from jump?
I forgot I wasn't
try
supposed to ride on top of
coins
the
and
trains.
stuff like that.
One,
Yeah.
2, 3. There were only 3 trains. You jump between them. Like
I'm glad you reminded me not to ride
Yeah.
on the train, top of the trains. Now I know.
Yeah.
Shadow and I were
I
talking
won't do it.
before the show. We were like,
Yeah.
"Hey, should we go ride some fucking trains?" And he's like, "Let's
And then
do
he's
it."
I heard about that sign, like, maybe we shouldn't.
No,
It says
no.
not to.
But then
so.
I was like, in Boston, they don't have those signs. Come on out here. And he's like, let's
That's
go.
Let's go.
But it
That
just
story
it's-
has
really, why the fuck are you blaming something 12 years ago on something that's happened? You're a fucking idiot. Sorry.
All right.
or
That's not
blaming anybody but the idiots doing it.
Yeah.
How anyway.
people are
Wow.
dumb. Some people
Yes.
are dumb. Yes.
I mean-
yeah, I find this a big stretch. Like, and big is an understatement. Like, this is a huge stretch. You can't blame like an ancient game of a little weird kid that you're jumping over trains. Like, you know when you're playing this game that that's not safe.
You know, next time I'm gonna blame Pac-Man for the coke epidemic because they're running around eating little white
Power
dots off the.
pellets, yeah, no.
Pellets. You can't blame that on anything except for the idiots doing it. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Even if it was a current game, even if it just came out, nobody's going to do that unless they're an idiot. So, yes.
Yeah, I'm not getting on a starship going to another planet that I don't know.
Yeah, I would do it if it was one that I knew.
Or if Jean-Luc Picard was there, I'd maybe get on his starship, but I'm definitely not getting on one by myself and flying it. Like, I'm a computer science guy. I do not have starship experience, okay? Just like I do not have running on top of trains experience and jumping between trains. Like, you have to, like, know your zone and roll within it.
You need like a galactic federation of planets, like,
Yeah.
training first.
Yes, yeah. You need to know where you can play in your lane. So yeah. That's
Did you
fucked
hear?
up.
Did you guys hear that thing about the beaming up and down in Star Trek and how they said it was actually you were creating a new version of yourself and the
Oh
old one was
yes, and
dying?
it deleted the old version.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I have heard that. Yes, yeah. It's like, are you as good as your original one, or you're like lost a little bit because you're like a clone of yourself? Or
It's like the ship of Theseus or whatever.
Oh,
From
yes,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah,
if you
yeah,
if you
yeah.
replace everything and it is at the same ship. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Sorry,
All right.
random.
All right. Well, that wraps up gaming news. So if you
What
want to
the
give us,
fuck?
if you want to talk next week, give us a call 773-57961. Email us at podcast@toolplay.com. You can also comment this episode's thread and Toolsplay homepage. And sponsors. If we had them, we'd pimp them, but we don't, so we won't. And I'm not even going to go into details. So just let us know if you want to sponsor us. Twitter us up You can find everything Tool Play at twitter.com/TooledPlay, everything podcast related to twitter.com/still_got_game. Facebook the fuck out of us, facebook.com/Tool2Play. We also have Selden's favorite YouTube channel, youtube.com/Tool2Play. It is one of the many places we broadcast live each week. It is our literal on-demand archive of all of the Tool Play shows. Little known shows like Hits Quick Hits, Tiff's Immature Interviews, even Still Got Game. Maybe not our most popular show, but Selden's show. It's literally our number one viewed show on our on-demand channel. So yeah, go to youtube.com/TooledPlay, subscribe, and look up the cam because it's a view like you've never seen. Please rate and review the podcast on iTunes. Give us some
Thankfully.
5-star reviews. Write something nice. Help us out, and we would really, really appreciate it. We have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/still_got_game. twitch.tv/still_got_game. That's one of the many places we broadcast each and every week to you guys. But yeah, go there and follow our Twitch channel. Help us out. We're trying to build up an audience here. Oh, nice job, Selden. We're trying to build up an audience here because we used to be on the Tool Play partner channel, but we're trying to multi-stream, so we need a little extra help. We have a Discord channel. That is discord.me/stillgotgame. That's discord.me/stillgotgame. Jump in there, chat with us every day. Shadow is there, I'm pretty sure 100% of the day. I'm not even
Always.
sure it works.
I just sit and look at the screen on the
Okay.
Discord.
Yeah, that's his idle position, is watching Discord. Selden, he goes
Fingers at the ready position, ready to go.
Selden gets a beer.
Oh, someone's wrong on the internet.
Selden gets a beer and then sits and watches the Discord, and then goes and gets a beer and watches the Discord, and that's from 7 a.m. to maybe 1 a.m. But he's got you covered too. I'll occasionally notice something when I'm at work, but not like these guys. But definitely jump in our Discord, join it up, and chat with the crew here.
Yeah, I mean, I wake up like 3 or 4 times a night just to check the Discord to see if there's somebody that needs something responded to.
All right, so
I'm there for you.
Selden's your 4 a.m. guy. He's like, you're like, guys, where can I do this? And Selden's like, oh, 4 a.m.? Yeah, that's twitch.tv/still_got_game. And you're like, thank you, Selden.
I think
Thanks,
one week I was
Obama.
like, I don't think it was like 1 week. It was the day before, and I was like, oh, I can't make it tomorrow. Sorry, because X is going on. And then Derek gets out the thing to all of us, and he's like, oh wait, oh, I didn't even see it. You say that. I'm like, maybe I should just, I don't know, text you directly. But like I got everything ready for the outline, and
yeah, I do the whole outline, and then I don't see anyone's like, I can't make the show. So that just goes to show how little I give a shit about Discord. But anyway, Selden loves it. Shadow loves it almost as much.
almost.
All right. So, Selden, what do you got to pimp this week?
You can follow me on all my socials. You can find all my links at linktree.ee/707.
No, you're falling apart. All right. And rewinding. Take 3.
Hey, you can find me and all my socials on linktree.
Take 4.
I have nothing to pimp this week, so thank you.
All right. Selden stuff is linked. No, I fucked it up for Selden. Selden's shit is at Linktree.
Linktree/Selden007. There we go. We're
There
done.
we go. Woo. All right.
How about you, Shadow?
My stuff is at Tree Link. No, no. If you want to talk to me, contact me in any way. You can go
On my
at
cell
Brian
phone.
you can go to at Brian Likes Games with an I, Brian, at x.com or twitter.com. But I'll pimp something related to things I've been watching lately, which is Child's Play. I've been watching all the TV
the
series
Chucky
and the movies of
ones?
Child's Play. Yes, for like the
Nice.
first time. And Child's Play, the children's charity, is where you can donate to help out kids. You can plan a fundraiser with them. You can help out with guides and things. And so, childsplaycharity.org. Check that out. See what you can do to help. And yeah, that kind of worked out to do
Nice.
both. But that's me.
All right. Well, all my shit is Linktree, linktr.ee/Derek Nolan. That's my Facebook, my Twitter, my OnlyFans, my Instagram. You name it, it's all there, as well as all the shows.
Don't go to the OnlyFans.
You want to go to the OnlyFans. But
If you like
anyway,
toe porn,
yeah, definitely go there, follow all my shit, and I'll keep you in the loop with all of the Still Got Game family of shit and news and everything else. So I want to remind you all, you can join us here Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific at youtube.com/tool2play, facebook.com/tool2play, and twitch.tv/still_got_game. And on that, why don't we wrap this? Hey, we took 1 week off, episode up, and some guy bitched in our comments and whined and complained that we weren't there for 1 week. Episode up. I am
We love
Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Chris Selden 007 Selden.
And I'm Brian Shadow Emmerich.
Maybe we'll be back next week. Maybe we won't. Fuck off.